A convicted murderer remains on the run for a second day with a huge multi-agency manhunt underway for him. Law enforcement is offering a $10,000 reward for any information leading to the capture of Danilo Cavalcante. He is 5 feet tall and 120 pounds, and he was doing life without parole. Law enforcement officials believe the 34-year-old may ultimately try to head to his home country of Brazil, where there is an outstanding warrant for a different murder. Now, a CNN exclusive. He confessed to 10 murders almost 2 decades ago. He was known as BTK, a name he gave himself, short for bind, torture, kill. He is currently serving life sentences at a maximum security facility in Kansas. And now there is new evidence that may connect the infamous BTK serial killer to additional murders. Casarez spoke to the killer's daughter and got exclusive access to some of his diary entries and drawings.
She was a very full of life, typical teenager.
This is Cynthia Dawn Kinney, a 16-year-old cheerleader who vanished from an Oklahoma laundromat in 1976. The self-proclaimed BTK serial killer is now the prime suspect in her case and several other unsolved homicides spanning 3 states. It was parts of this journal belonging to BTK, real name Dennis Rader, shared exclusively with CNN, that prompted law enforcement in Oklahoma to act. Shortly after Kenny's disappearance, the sheriff's office received an anonymous call.
That male caller informed them that she was located in an old barn.
No evidence that lead was ever looked into. Her body was never found. But authorities are now looking at this journal entry by Rader. Bad wash day.
He marked that in 1976, he had murdered someone from a laundromat.
For the first time, law enforcement is revealing detailed drawings made by Rader, showing young girls tied and bound in barns.
Our hope was to get these drawings out in hopes that someone will recognize these barns.
As investigators comb through Rader's old files for clues that could link him to Kinney's murder and several others, an unexpected volunteer stepped forward. His daughter, Carrie Rawson.
If he's innocent on these, I will defend him. If he is guilty, I will nail him to the wall.
Working with authorities, Rawson visited her father in prison for the first time in 18 years.
He's in a wheelchair. He has no teeth left. And he went from this like vivacious man that was hiking with me right before he was arrested to like an elderly man.
Did he confess to you?
No, he did not.
Rader has been in prison since 2005 after pleading guilty to 10 counts of murder. He has not confessed to any additional crimes. But just last week, authorities heard this during one of his prison calls.
He said there might still be some things in some old barns.
This new investigation led authorities to dig up the area around Rader's former family home just last week in Kansas. The result, more potential evidence discovered, a well-constructed hiding hole.
What did you find in the hole that you can tell us?
Personal type items. You know, we found items that could have been used for binding people. We found some different remains from materials, you know, carpet fibers.
John, I was also told that in that hole they found what are called trophies, items that definitely belong, they say, to females. Now, the next step is that all of these items need to be forensically tested. They need to see if there's any relevancy to these brand new items just discovered to these unsolved cases. This hole was just found last week, John, because of Osage County, Oklahoma. And now Osage is saying that all of these unsolved homicides that they're looking at, they know what the girls were last seen with, last wearing. They have seen Polaroids that Rader made that are part of that journal that have him even wearing some items from his victims. They believe there are some matches of these unsolved victims to items. They want the FBI, they want the Kansas Bureau of Investigation to see if they have those items. So forensics is going to be the key to this.
Stunning new details. I imagine we'll be hearing a lot more from you on this. Casarez, wonderful report. Thank you.